It is 6:52, time to get you ready for your Monday with the Morning Sprint.
Nikki Torrance is live at a haunted house in Meade, where you only have a few more days left to get spooked.
Mark Peterson tracking afternoon snow on the way today and seriously cold temperatures tonight. But first, to our Kelsey Morgan with why local fire crews are on their way to California.
Well, California fire officials requested help from surrounding states to help fight multiple devastating wildfires. Right now, 15 strike teams from both Oregon and Washington are on their way to the front lines. We don't know exactly where they'll be sent, but likely here to Sonoma County in Northern California, where the Kincaid fire has burned 50,000 acres. It's just 10% contained. The flames have already consumed almost 80 buildings and are threatening 31,000 more. Nearly 200,000 people who live in those homes and buildings have been ordered to get out of the fire's path.
You cannot fight this. Please evacuate. If you're under an evacuation order, you must leave.
Winds up to 80 miles per hour fueled the flames yesterday, causing Governor Gavin Newsom to declare a state of emergency across all of California. He called these fire weather conditions unprecedented.
This morning, a new fire is burning near Los Angeles. People who live just northwest of the city were woken to flames threatening their homes. A brush fire sparked off the 405 at around 1:30 this morning and quickly jumped the freeway. At least 2 communities have been evacuated as crews try to get a hold of those flames.
And here it is, a cold start to the day with colder air behind it and winds coming in. So we're sitting at 32. We put the satellite in motion, and I got to tell you, the cloud cover, there's snow just to the east of us, and you can see we're seeing snow flurries all over the place. Spokane should see some later on today.
And police investigating back-to-back shootings in downtown Spokane. They happened within hours of each other early Sunday morning in a busy bar district. The first was reported just after midnight at Barachos. Police say a man fired one shot during a fight, but no one was hit. Detectives didn't say if that man was arrested. Just as they wrapped up that investigation, officers were called to another crime scene a few blocks away near Sprague in Washington. Police found shell casings there. They say 24-year-old Destiny Tinsley shot 2 other women who are both expected to recover. Tinsley and a man she was with were both arrested for first-degree assault.
Nurses and other staff at Sacred Heart say they are ready to walk off the job. They voted overwhelmingly to authorize a strike, but they're giving it one last chance before they head to the picket lines. The nurses union plans to go back to the bargaining table tomorrow. If negotiations are still unsuccessful, they'll give Providence a 10-day notice before going on strike. The nurses and support staff are at odds with Providence over pay, sick leave, and benefits.
We have been live all morning long here at the King Family Haunted House, back with Kevin King. For people who saw us this morning and they said, you know what, I want to go there too, what do they need to know?
Well, get here early because we have a lot of people showing up, a couple hours early, even if you can, because we have a large attendance. And if you can, please don't make a wish.
Perfect, thank you.
Coming up next on Good Morning America, a college student in Alabama hasn't been heard from in days. The 19-year-old's SUV was found damaged 50 miles from her home. Now, Anaya Blanchard's stepfather, a UFC heavyweight fighter, is pleading for help finding her.
If you have any leads on where our daughter is, Anaya Blanchard, please, please, please go to the authorities, tell someone.
This morning, investigators are looking at clues from the girl's text messages and debit card.
The surprising find in a family's front yard. A satellite crashed, landing on a couple's lawn in Michigan.
This baby fell out of the sky and landed in our yard. Thank God there's no horses out or it didn't hit the house.
Wow. Next, why the satellite has the word space selfie on it and what sent it crashing down.
Jury selection begins today for the man accused of killing Kelsey Barrett. The 29-year-old grew up in Moses Lake. She was last seen on Thanksgiving Day last year. Investigators believe her fiancé, Patrick Frazee, killed her. Frazee has pleaded not guilty to first-degree murder and several other charges. He's been in custody ever since he was arrested in December. The couple's young daughter has been in the custody of Barrett's parents, who live in Sandpoint, Idaho. The murder trial is expected to last 2 to 3 weeks. Opening statements could begin by Friday.
Voters in one California congressional district are now getting ready for a special election. That's because their representative just resigned. Congresswoman Katie Hill announced she is leaving Congress yesterday. The House Ethics Committee was investigating Hill for having an inappropriate relationship with one of her campaign staffers. Hill said she is heartbroken about resigning, but believes it is the best thing for her constituents. Per California law, the governor has 2 weeks to declare a date for the special election to fill the vacant seat.
Today at Breaking the World Series is the Houston Astros and Washington Nationals head back to Texas. In D.C. last night, the Astros beat up on the Nats for their third straight victory, all of them in D.C., this time winning 7-1. The Nats have only put up 3 runs on the board in their last 3 games. That's after they scored 17 in the first 2. Astros now lead the series 3-2 with a chance to win it all in their home stadium tomorrow night.
4 News Now would like to thank all of you who helped us collect thousands and thousands of coats for kids this year. Coat collection is now wrapped up, and our friends at Alsco are busy getting each one clean so they can be given out to local children. Coat distribution starts November 4th. That is next Monday. If you're hoping to get one for your child, just go to KXLY.com. Look under the weather tab for a full list of coats for kids, distribution times, and locations.
And with the major cold snap on the way, there are a few things that you should do to get your home and your car ready for the freeze. First, disconnect your outdoor hoses if you haven't done that already, and cover those faucets with foam. Wrap any water pipes that are in unheated areas like garages and crawl spaces. In your car, check the antifreeze and top off your windshield wiper fluid. It's also a good time to think about replacing your wiper blades before we get more snow. Mark?
Also, get those furnace filters changed out as you're driving this morning. It is a cold start today, 32. Winds starting to come up a little bit to almost 20 miles an hour, but dry roads out there. We're at 32 degrees. Take a look at our radar, and you can see that the snow is into Montana, but we're seeing some isolated flurries coming closer and closer to Spokane. That's going to be our afternoon. We're going to see more of that, so be prepared. If you see the snow, it won't last long, but the winds are really going to kick up. So we're going to continue to see those winds really happening this afternoon. The green, that is not good. Those are heavy winds into the central part of the state, gusts to 40 miles an hour potential. So we really want you to be prepared for this cold snap. 44 today, 35 for tomorrow. Wednesday is going to be 37, and then we're back into the low to mid, even upper 40s for the weekend. It's the overnight lows, guys, into the 15s. We want you to be careful.
Ooh-wee.
44, the high for the work week. All right, GMA starts now.